Hey, Voices of Distilling listeners. Let's talk about a little something that's at the core of every distillery. I'm talking about yeast. Not just any yeast, I'm talking about the brand of yeast from AB Biotek, Pinnacles Distillers yeast. Now, you and I both know that yeast is the unsung hero of distilling. It's not just about science, they believe in being partners in fermentation. They've got expertise across the board. Whether you're all about wine, a beer enthusiast, or like us, a fanatic for distilled spirits, they're part of the story your distillery is writing, part of the community that is pushing for the best and always eager to help you reach new heights with solutions and technical services that you need. So why settle for just any yeast when you can ferment with the best? Elevate your distilling game, make Pinnacles Distillers yeast your partner in fermentation today. From the heart of America to the corners of the globe, welcome to Voices of Distilling, powered by the American Distilling Institute. Unearth the stories, the passion, and the faces behind every drop. Dive deep into the world where tradition meets innovation. With me, your host, Ronnell Richards. Let's tap into the spirit of distilling, where every voice is unique, but the heart remains the same. Let the journey begin.
Welcome back to Voices of Distilling. I am your host, Ronnell Richards, and I am here live. Well, live for me, maybe not live for you, but live for me at ADI's 20th anniversary conference here in Las Vegas. And I am now joined by my friends from Texas, from down south. Yes. I've got Tien and I've got Morgan hanging out with me from SuTi Distillery. How are we doing, guys?
Doing great.
You know what? You're doing great. I'm doing fantastic because you have come bearing gifts. Yeah. And I like gifts. So tell me, as we get this thing started, tell me a little bit about what's in this bottle right here.
Our background is we from Vietnam. Mm-hmm. So these kind of type of spirits that we are starting introducing in US. This is the type that make out of rice, and that's very popular in Vietnam. But somehow it got lost in the time. Okay. And it's kind of unpopular because of certain aspect of it. Uh-huh. But now we in US we bring it back. We bring it back in a different way.
It's a rice spirit.
It is
right?
rice spirit.
So in Vietnam, is this what's popping in Vietnam? Is this what's popular?
In Vietnam, it's more like moonshine.
Okay.
People, you party on the radar. If you talk about Rio Day, everybody knows about it.
Okay.
But to drink it.
Now help me with the pronunciation of it.
Rio Day.
Rio Day.
Rio Day.
Rio Day.
Day.
Rio Day.
That's it.
Ah, okay. Rio Day. All right. And you are the only distillery in the whole country that's distilling this right now. The only Vietnamese-owned distillery in the U.S. That's fantastic. Okay, let's talk about, because I've got both Morgan and Tien here, so I want to let's talk about. Again, we're at the conference, so we got lots of stuff going on around us, guys. So you might get a little bit of background noise. That's because people are setting up. Anyhow, Tien, tell us what it is that you do at the distillery. Then Morgan, we're going to hop into you.
I am. It's more like branding, and then behind the marketing. Also, just showing this another side of telling a story, bring out the culture of it.
Yeah.
And then Sweet is a head distiller, and Morgan here is significant orders. Yeah. She knows what Sweet about. And then if you have any question, and she can answer it in the Sweet
So Morgan, hop on in here. So, and I know Morgan can tell a story because we were sitting here chatting for a long time
that's right.
before the podcast. So tell us a little bit. I want to hear you guys' distillery story. I want to know what got you down this path, because you didn't come up in distilling, right? Like that wasn't okay.
No.
So let's tell me the story. Where did it start, Morgan?
Well, it started with my husband. He enjoyed cooking.
Yeah.
He enjoyed, improving recipes, all of that stuff. But he was an engineer before. And in 2009, when his company transferred to India, so it just happened that a customer of mine does Rude in Vietnam for generations. So he came over for dinner, and then one day he just happened to say, "Hey, do you want to learn how to make this product?" And being a cook, for hobby, he says, "Why not?" And so from there, he started to learn how to make it, but he started to take the product to parties, and he kept on hearing older men. That's where the product says "old man" right here. So older men kept on saying, "You know what? We're missing Rude here. Our food doesn't taste good with other products." And they keep on asking him, "Hey, you need to make this. You need to put this on the market." And we keep on saying, "No, no, no."
Yeah.
Okay. And other people would come up to him and say, "Hey, let's go into business together and do this." Again, SuTi would say, "No, we're looking to retire. We're not looking to go into business and all that stuff." Not until Tien came along. It's been many years that we haven't seen Tien. And then in 2016, that's when Tien called up one day and said, "Hey, let's go for a bike ride, catch up what's going on with life." And as the two caught up together and talked about what's going on in their life, so he said that, "Hey, I'm making this Rude," and Tien invited us to dinner. And SuTi brought along a bottle, and Tien said, "This is really good." And after that, Tien kept on trying, and so Tien said, "You know what? We need to go into business together." And Tien said, "You can do the product. Let me do the branding. Let me do the labeling. All of that. Let me design the building." And so that's how we started.
That's how we started. Wow.
That's how we started.
So, Tien, tell me why you were so bullish in this. Why did you want to get into this business so bad?
I'm more in the culture. I like to travel. I travel like a lot of countries. Every country I travel, I like to taste their brews. I like, I just fascinating with what the country can offer.
Yeah.
And then I went back to Vietnam, and we have the Rude, but it's not drinkable. Because all the economy, and then they degrading the Rude.
Okay.
Not because they don't make it right like it used to be. It used to be really good, but in somehow with in time go by, people don't think about that much, and they forgotten that's a treasure to have that. And then SuTi brought along with the Rude, and I just like it kind of pumped me up and say, well, we don't have this kind of product, not even in Vietnam. In US, we are kind of longing for it.
Yeah.
And here is something I taste like, oh, wonderful. Because right before that, I just got back from the trip from Japan, and in Japan got a soju, and it tastes kind of similar to it. And I say, wow, it really good. And then we brought it to the Japanese restaurant. We tasted it, but in a long, and then at that time, I don't know much of, we both don't know a lot about the Rude, this type. And SuTi and I kind of like, we kind of keep practicing in the garage, and every week, and then we usually take the moonshine to the older guy. That older guy used to be all those soldiers that young, and they travel along the countryside, and they taste all the good Rude. And then we give it to them. They keep asking. We just say, "Is it taste?" and give us a comment, and what you think about this. And then they say, "Oh, I remember this region, the Rude tastes like this. It's supposed to be like this." And we keep trying. We're trying to make it kind of like what they can remember, and successfully. And then by the time we open the distillery, we invite those guys came. They came with tears. They say that,
wow.
yes. So,
you know what I love about what I'm hearing from you guys, and and Morgan, you and I were talking about this prior to our filming here, and it's that this is your culture in the bottle.
Yes, it is.
And I think that's beautiful. And so I didn't expect that we would have a bottle here right now, but now that we do, I need to taste. All right, let's crack this open. All right, so for you guys that are not watching this, that are just listening to it, you are missing out on part of this experience of Voices of Distilling.
That's
so
right.
make sure that you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure that you watch on Spotify as well, where you'll get the full video experience. All right, as we're doing this, we have a little segment on this show what we call rapid fire, and so I'm going to ask you guys some rapid fire questions,
Okay.
just for fun, and
All right.
you tell me what the first thing is that comes to your mind to answer this. Okay, here we go. Which one for Morgan? Let's go. Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
I think it's kind of fitting for your product. I want to know where your brain goes on this one. If your brand had a mascot, what would it be?
If our brand have a mascot,
Yeah.
it would be an old man. It would be an old man, and that's hair. Let me tell you, Tien's father,
Yeah.
he is way before his time.
Yeah.
Okay, he had long hair.
Mm-hmm.
He had earring, which is way before his time, and for Vietnamese man.
Yeah.
Very traditional, but he is very artistic. That's where Tien got it from.
Mm-hmm.
If we have a mascot, it would be that.
I love it.
I would have a pet, with the ear. Make sure the earring.
You gotta have the earring.
The
Is
earring.
it one or two?
One.
Just one.
Just one.
Love it.
Yes.
All right, so the mascot would be the old man. All right, let's clink this up.
Okay, wait. You gotta go yo.
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 Vietnam cheers.
In Vietnamese,
Yo.
it's cheer. It's yo.
Okay. Yo.
Yes. Yo.
We say
Yo.
it.
And-
1, 2, 3.
Yo.
Yo. And you sip.
Right.
And you sip.
Sip.
It has a rice flavor, rice aroma, and a lingering rice
That's fun.
flavor.
This is dangerous. What's the proof on this?
It's 40.
80.
Oh, 80 proof.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
It's dangerous. It's expensive with food.
And it's very
Dangerous
good
with
when you do
So
sipping.
traditionally, how do people drink it traditionally? Is it with your meal, before the meal?
With a
after-
meal. With
Okay.
a meal. Yes.
What about cocktails? You making cocktails with it?
Cocktail is more of a Western thing.
Okay.
But, you cannot stop.
I can make a cocktail out of it.
Definitely now.
Stop people having fun.
Yeah.
So like a lot of our friends, like female, they cannot drink straight like this. So they make into the cocktails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are going to get me in trouble ahead of our tasting session here at the conference. By the way, guys, we have an opening tasting every conference, right? So like you get here in the first day and you can taste tons of fun spirits. However, I may just be tasting one spirit. This is delicious.
And this one that won the ADI award, the double gold,
Double gold.
first of class
Okay.
in the first category.
We just got one that's maybe a little more prestigious. It is the Ronnell double gold. Yes, so print that on your labels. Yo. Print that on your labels. Okay, all right. Moving along, because I could keep going here. Delicious. Okay, so so tell me, what's next for you guys? So I'd really like to know, because you guys are, and we did what we didn't talk too much about is you're in Texas, right? And you're outside of Fort Worth, right? What's next for your distillery? What's next for this beautiful spirit in terms of bringing it to our country? Because this is something that people don't have. I've never seen it in a store.
No,
Right? So
haven't.
what's the plans?
Yep. Right now we have two type of rosé. This one make out of jasmine rice that grow in Louisiana, and we have another type called the rosé SuTi Line 45. It make out of the long grain rice grown in Texas. So there are two different types of rosé, and we have actually we have right now the rice whiskey.
Okay.
That we already have two type of rice whiskey, and then probably the end of the year, or next probably another third one.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, and right now, are we in distribution? Where can people buy?
Right now, we because we are craft distillery, our production is limited, and for 3 years we sold out at our distillery.
Congratulations.
So we are ranking up a little about for the production. So we are able to right now we had the customer from Houston, like 4 hours drive. They take a day trip to go and get out for 3 years. So it's about 2 months, 3 months. We have distribution. They have stores in Houston, and we were working in California.
Okay.
California's like you know that's a big Vietnamese community in there. So because our market niche is pretty much for Vietnamese right now, and it began there because that more people that kind of high demand from that sector.
Yeah, well, it has begins there, but surely like. This is something for the people. This is something for, Morgan and I were talking about pho, right? And how like I live in Atlanta and you can't throw a rock and not find a restaurant that sells pho. Like they need your spirit there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because this is so good. All right, guys. If you're not watching this, I'm getting this look on my face.
Can you smell the
And
rice?
it's so yes, it's so fragrant. Okay, all right. So as
We start laughing now.
You're laughing now.
this is what happens when you drink and do a show at the same time. All right. So just kind of in closing, how can people get a hold of you? How can they do business with you? How can they get your we've talked a little bit about how they can get your spirits, but I really think that you're doing something special. And so I know that we're extremely pleased to be able to help in giving our platform to spread your message and let people know about this great work that you're doing in the community. But if people want to connect, they want to work with you, what's the best way to reach out?
Should contact us. We open to because we new. So with this business for us, we didn't. We got in here. Everything is like new chapter for us. So for us, like every day is a new thing to learn. New lesson to do. Yeah.
Well, we'll make sure and include all of your distillery information in the show notes. So anyone that wants to reach out to you, they can reach out to you. And I know I, for one, cannot wait to get down to Fort Worth and come hang out with you guys. And do you have a tasting room?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tien
Fantastic.
designed the tasting room.
All right. Okay. So you've got a seat there for me, right? Waiting.
Okay, you can do another broadcast right in the distillery.
Okay, I like it. I like it. So thank you both for hanging out with me.
Thank you.
And thank you for attending the conference and being part of our community and bringing this beautiful spirit to the world. Which is, again, a piece of your culture, and I love it. So I appreciate that. And for all of you out there that are not members of ADI, I want to encourage you to go to distilling.com. It's all about community, education, inspiration, innovation. That's what we're about. Highlighting innovative products and inspirational distilleries like you guys. So again, thank you. And folks, make sure that you watch these episodes. We release every week. So make sure you watch the episodes where we're highlighting wonderful distillers doing really cool work. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
As we conclude another episode of Voices of Distilling, we want to extend our deepest gratitude to you, our cherished listeners. Your support is the lifeblood of our show, and we are endlessly thankful for each and every one of you. If you've enjoyed our conversation today, please take a moment to rate and review our podcast. It truly helps others discover these spirited stories. And if you wish to further support our mission, consider becoming a member of the American Distilling Institute. As a member, you'll dive deeper into the world of distilling, gain access to exclusive content, be a part of our dynamic annual conference, and immerse yourself in a community where knowledge and passion converge. Visit our website, distilling.com, for more details on how you can benefit from membership and contribute to the vibrant tapestry of distilling. Until our glasses clink again, remember, every drop has a story, every voice a passion. Raise your glass and cheers to the heart of distilling.